Present perfect simple, present perfect continuous, due tempi verbali che sono simili ma non sono uguali. Ora vediamo quali sono le differenze. Let's look at these two examples. I have lived in Mexico for 2 years. I have been living in Mexico for 2 years. First, let's take a look at the similarities. They both describe an action that started in the past and continues to the present. I moved to Mexico City 2 years ago and I still live there now. Okay, both sentences use for and a period of time. They could also both use since and a specific moment in the past and still describe the same thing. So actually, what's the difference? Here, the difference is what the tense emphasizes. One describes a more temporary action, something that isn't part of your routine, while the other describes a more permanent action. Let's look again at the examples. Which do you think is more temporary? That's right, present perfect continuous. For 2 years, I've been living in Mexico and I love it so much, I don't want to leave. This rule applies to the verbs live, work, and study. Now let's concentrate on the structure. The present perfect continuous is formed by subject, have or has, the past participle of be, so been, and the verb in the ing form. Let's see it in an example. I have been living in Mexico. Or, I have been eating spaghetti all week. Or even, she has been working for a high-flying company. So I know that you all know how to use the present perfect simple, but just as a quick reminder, or just in case this is the first time that you've tuned into our videos, I'd like to tell you how it's done. So the structure would be subject plus have or has plus verb in the third column. So example, I have lived in Mexico for 2 years. Or I have spoken for way too long. Or I have spoken way too much. In fact, it's now time to go on to correct or incorrect. And it's time again for correct or incorrect. I have been looking for a new house lately. Correct. Next one. I've eaten junk food 3 times this week. This one's also correct. Another one. I've ridden horses more than usual this holiday. Incorrect. The correct version would be I've been riding horses more than usual this holiday. Let's look at some other examples.
Finally, I've found a new job.
I've been working here for 2 years. 2 years. 2 years too many if you ask me.
I've worked here for 2 years. I love it here and I'm hoping to stay.
I just adore this house. I've lived here since I was born and I don't ever want to move. So, that's it for now. Let's recap. With the verbs work, live, and study, present perfect simple emphasizes that an action is permanent. I've worked here for 10 years. I never want to leave. Or maybe, she has lived in Tuscany for a very long time. She must love it there. Or another one, they have studied hours for the next exam. While present perfect emphasizes that the action is temporary, I have been working here for 10 years, I need to move on. Or, she has been living in Tuscany a long time. It's time for a change. Or, They have been studying for hours for the exam. We can use both tenses with for and since. Bene, la lezione è finita, ma noi abbiamo appena iniziato a produrre tanti video che ti aiuteranno ad imparare o ripassare il tuo inglese. Insomma, se sei arrivato fino in fondo, perché non ci lasci un thumbs up? Segui le nostre pagine per vedere altri video.